Hi, so this is a weird Q&A thing. I'm gonna be, focus. I'm gonna be trying to do some realistic drawings because, you know, I want to practice on improving my skill a bit further. While I do that, I'm gonna answer some questions. I've already filmed the questions part, but while I'm talking to the camera, so you're gonna see my face in this video. Probably, unless I changed my mind last second. Why isn't this focusing? Okay, that's better. So yeah, I hope I answer all the questions that you would want me to answer. I have no idea what I'm doing, to be honest. A few people asked me to do some face cam videos, and so I wanted to try it out, but oh my god, my face is so hard to edit. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna stop talking about this. I'm gonna start answering questions now, and tell me what you think. Okay, so I'm just gonna look through some of these questions. Oh, I'm being messaged. I'll put you down here. No, actually. Digital or traditional art. There's a lot of good on both ends, I guess. I really like the in traditional art, it's a lot easier to sketch faces and poses and stuff and make them look more natural. I guess because like with digital it's a lot easier to be a perfectionist since you could erase, rub out as many times as you like, while with traditional, like, you have kind of a limit as to how much you can rub out, and so it kind of stops you there. But while in digital, you kind of, like I said, you have the chance to be a perfectionist, and that tends to stiffen up my drawings a bit too much. And with digital, I love adding the effects and color. I can't really choose. I like traditional. I love the feeling of paint going onto the paper, or coloring in with pencils, shading. Yeah, I like traditional. But I love digital too, it's so hard. How and when did you come up with Barry? He just appeared out of nowhere. Barry, he's a creep. He just came into my sketchbooks without even asking, just being there. As a young artist, what tips do you have to other artists? Okay, tips. I know it's really obvious, but it's so important, is to just enjoy what you're doing. To be good, you could be good at anything if you put work and effort into it. But the thing with a lot of things is that you really have to enjoy it as well to put in like the little extra. Don't force yourself too much, but you also do have to be a little strict with yourself. Like, you're gonna have to practice anatomy, and that's not really fun, doing studies. You're gonna have to do it whether you like it or not. The really important thing is that you have to love art and you have to be passionate about it. And then you practice, you have to do studies. You're gonna have to draw things that you don't enjoy drawing, but that will only help you improve. Like, I used to just draw people's faces. I never tried out doing their bodies because I knew I wasn't good at it, so I didn't want to even like try it because like I didn't want to see how bad I was at it. But the only way to improve is to actually draw the thing you don't want to draw. So yeah, you do that. And another thing is that, I don't know, like, don't expect to improve straight away. It takes a lot of time, patience, and effort, and there will be so many times where you feel like giving up, but just don't give up, because it's gonna be worth it at the end. I promise you it will be. Hey, let me turn on the light. Okay. Oh, that is so bright. Put you away. Do you own any pets? If so, what kind and how many? What a fattest cat. I'm gonna see if I can find her. Oh, cute. Oh, come. This is my cat. Her name's Buggy. Buggy, okay. You want a treat? Ah! Ow, ow, ow. She loves food. You can tell because she's so fat. Hey, Buggy. Buggy. Look how fat she is. No. Oh. I love you so much. Okay. I know she loves me. Ah! Ow! Oh, that really hurt. Oh, I banged my uh-oh. Do you ever consider doing videos where you do gameplay? I don't know how that would work. I'm so bad at commentary. If you watched my latest video where I try to draw while commentating, it was kind of a mess, but I mean, if enough of you would think that would be an interesting thing to watch, I could try. When did you start doing art? I started taking art seriously probably at the age of 14. So I guess that's when I started doing art. You think you could show us your vent art? I could maybe make a separate account for it, because it is a little disturbing and not safe for art. I don't know if I'll feel comfortable with that yet, but maybe someday. Do you ever feel disappointed in what you draw? Yeah, a lot of the time, but it's a normal thing to feel for an artist especially. You always want to be better than you are, and I think that's good. But yeah, there are times where I finish an artwork and I'm not as happy with it. The recent Kenny one that I did after that Halloween episode, I didn't like it that much. A lot of you might think that's just like weird, but for me, when I say that I don't like something that I drew, or if I think something that I drew was bad, I'm not saying, I mean, for me, for my standards, for what I was hoping to achieve with the drawing, didn't come out the way I wanted it to, so it was bad for me. I do feel disappointed a lot, but that doesn't stop me from drawing because I love it. Do you take antidepressants? I guess I did ask for some personal questions. Yes, I've been taking citrulline for, I don't know for how long, but it was like way over a year now. I mean, I was put on them mostly because like I had trouble sleeping and lots of other things, but I'm slowly getting off them. Like, I started to reduce my doses. I'm more open to talk about it now. So, yeah, I'm coming off them. I'm very close. I'm feeling better. So yeah, I do. And it's okay. It's okay. Why ducks? I don't have an answer for that. No comment, I'm sorry. Do you have a Christmas tree yet? No, I know, it's like December. Should put up a Christmas tree. What's your favorite color? I like red. I don't know, something about red, it's like, it's strong, it's bright, and it's really warm. I like warm colors. I like, sorry. I like red. What's your favorite season? Oh, I love, what was that? I love autumn. Autumn's really nice. I feel like the light here is too bright. I don't like. I have no good places to put this camera. What made you start drawing? The reason I started drawing was, I guess because most of primary school I had no friends, so I had nothing else to do but draw or read books. So I'd usually sit alone in a library, either reading books or drawing. I know it sounds sad, but I'm kind of grateful because I guess if I had friends, as sad as that sounds, if I had friends, I probably wouldn't have time to draw anyway. So yeah, being lonely. Nah, I had a good childhood. I got friends later on. It's okay. First kiss. First I'm so happy thinking about it. I was watching a horror movie with this guy who was my boyfriend now. One moment we were just watching a scary scene, and then the next it was a horror movie. And it was during one of those like parts where something scary was happening, and the next minute he was just kissing me. I just couldn't stop giggling, and it was so annoying because like my teeth were it was nice, but I ruined it. I really did. I just couldn't stop laughing because I was just so nervous. It's good now. I don't laugh when I kiss. I promise. I'm good. I'm good now. Do you speak any languages other than English? Yes, my first language is Russian, and then it was English. I learned English when I was 5 because that's when I moved to New Zealand. I'm a lot better at speaking English. How many hours do you put into practicing drawing? I don't know, when I first started out, probably from the ages of 14 to 16, I would practice every day for, I can't say how much you have to practice every day to be good because it's different for everyone. But for me, I would draw for like 4 to 6 hours a day, which meant I got 0 sleep. I survived. Don't do that though, because it was terrible. How would you define your personality? Awkward. Yeah, I don't know. How would you describe me? Broken bones or getting stabbed? Oh, no, I can't. Probably stabbed. I'd probably get stabbed. It's like with broken bones, it takes months to heal. I mean, getting stabbed does take months to heal. What is your height? I am 172 centimeters. I don't know how much is that in feet. Feet? Foot? Inches? Inches. Oh, I guess I'm like 5'6". Do you think straws have 1 hole or 2? One hole. Could you create a Discord? I have created a Discord a while ago with my friends. It's called Tamaytka. I haven't used it yet, to be honest. I don't know, if you want to join my Discord, you can. I'm so tired. I always do this at night. I just want to sleep. I'm back. The battery died, so I had to charge it. When is your favorite time to draw? At night? I don't know why, but I feel more creative during that time. Even though I'm also a lot more tired and sleepy. I don't know why, it's like the only time I can really draw, or just before the sun starts setting. That's the time where I feel most inspired because it's also my favorite time of day. When will you tell us the story about your OCs? When I figure out what my story is about my OCs. Do you play an instrument? Love your art, by the way. Thank you. I used to play piano. I played since I was 7 all the way up to when I was 14 for like 7 years. Then I got lazy and I dropped it and I kind of regret it. All I know how to play now is green sleeves and an opening to an anime. I forgot literally everything I've learned, so that sucks. Ты можешь говорить по-русски? That a little. You do any special video for 200k, like a collab with followers? Ooh, I'd love to. I mean, I can't think of anything to do, but collabing with all of you guys, that sounds like fun, but I have to figure that out first. How do you always manage to develop hiccups during voiceover? I don't know, I get hiccups so often. I don't know. It just seems to happen. How old are you? I am 18. What's the hardest part in your art making process? Probably picking out the colors, maybe. That one's always kind of tricky. Trying to figure out what's the best color to put where. And also like the beginning when I have to figure out the poses and the composition and where everything goes. It's the hardest, but it's also the funnest part, so yeah. How long does it take to complete a whole page or book? A page, probably a few hours, really depending on what kind of page it is. If it's full of drawings, then compared to one big one. Like one big one would take me about from 4 to 5 hours, maybe even more. And like one filled with little drawings is probably more like 3 hours to 2 hours at best. So I take a while. And to complete a whole sketchbook, I don't know how I used to do it, but I used to be able to complete one sketchbook in 6 months. I've started this one. By now I would have been already halfway through. I'm barely a quarter way through, so I don't know how I used to do it and how I had like so much time or ideas. But it'll come back to me, I hope. Do you ever just give up on a drawing because you dislike the way it's going? I used to do that a lot. Like I would start a drawing and then I wouldn't like it, so I'd give up on it. The weird thing, I realized once I started pushing through the drawings, even if I thought they looked terrible and there's no way to fix it, a lot of the times those drawings end up being like some of my favorite drawings because I just kept working on them and then they turned out even better than I thought. A really good advice I will give you, no matter how much you hate a drawing, at least try to finish it because it might become one of your best, because it happens to me a lot. Drawings don't always start out pretty or go the way you want them to, but sometimes it may surprise you. Now this one's a very controversial one. Pizza with pineapple. Okay, I love pineapple on pizza. I'm sorry. It's so good. It's what sketchbook to use? I realize I've been asked that one a lot, and I'm sorry. I keep forgetting. I'm like right now I'm using a DAS. DAS, that's the brand. That's my sketchbook. Do you ever get bored of drawing? Yeah, I do. And when I do get bored of drawing, I usually look for new hobbies, and then I always come back to drawing later on. Like I got into crocheting and now I'm back into drawing. And then before that I was like into sculpturing out of clay. Not really good, but I did that for a bit and then I returned back to drawing. Then I went back to trying to learn piano again. I got bored quickly of that. I went back to drawing. And then it was gaming, back to drawing. Origami, back to drawing. But yeah, when I get bored of drawing, I would usually just go off and try out something new, something else, work on a different skill, and yeah, then I would come back to drawing because the drawing's like my life. What inspires your art style? I don't know. Everything, I guess. I believe that everyone starts off with their own art style. It doesn't matter if you feel like you don't have an art style yet, you do, because you're drawing with it. Developing is, you just have to practice. That's the only way you develop an art style, is you practice and you find your own way of drawing. How my art style was inspired was by lots of other different artists that I got inspired by, and also like my surroundings, the people I know, the place I live, the colors I see every day. What type of music do you listen to? I've been listening to a lot of like alternative rock-ish music and also indie with a bit of pop in there. I recently got Spotify, so ow. Okay, I recently got Spotify, and so I have like a playlist of all the music that I listen to. So if you're interested, I'll put my Spotify link account thing in the description. You could look at my playlist if you want to listen to some of the music I listen to. Also, I have a playlist on YouTube. You go to playlists and then click on the good stuff. That's where I put my music, at least used to. Now I just use Spotify for that. What do you think about all those young artists who try to copy your style? Yeah, I've seen a lot of accounts that are obviously heavily inspired by my style. I mean, at first when I was younger, I guess it bothered me a bit, but now it's just kind of dumb of me to be bothered by something like that. I guess they're trying to develop their style using my style, and that's okay, because I did the same thing. I would copy artists that I really looked up to, and that's how I developed my own style. So eventually they will spread out into their own unique style, and that's okay. I don't mind, as long as they're not like stealing or copying my characters, because I've seen a few accounts that just rip off my OCs, and I don't know if I should be as bummed about it as I am. Like, maybe I'm overreacting, but it does upset me when I see that. And if you use my style to help you learn and develop your own, that's completely fine, and I wish you the best. And I hope it helps. Can you do a video using only art supplies you hate? Oh god, that's your video just with crayons. Why did you create your YouTube channel? Peer pressure. Would you ever consider doing a face reveal? Who was your first OC? Tic Tac. I created him way in primary school when I was a lonely child and I needed a friend. Do you use references? Not often. Like for poses, I don't. I've practiced enough to not need a reference when I draw. I guess 90% of the time I don't use references, but sometimes if I'm drawing something new, like an animal or something, I would look up a few references. Or if I'm like drawing fan art, obviously, I forget a lot of things, so I need references for that. How good do you know the Russian language? I can speak it fluently. I could have a conversation with it. I watch Russian movies all the time, so I understand it pretty well. I'm terrible reading and writing. I can read and write, but like really badly and really slowly. My mom said that I developed a weird little accent. She thinks it's funny, but now I'm like really insecure to speak to other Russian people because apparently I have an accent, so no. Will you do vlogs besides art videos? Probably not. My life is very boring. Have you had to deal with any art thieves? Yeah, but I didn't really deal with them per se. I don't deal with anything. I know it's bad, but it's always from accounts that have like 10 followers, and it's pretty obvious that it's not their art compared to the other art they post. So it doesn't bother me, like as long as they're not making profit out of it, like selling stickers or something. I don't really care. But yeah, I deal with art thieves a lot. Well, I don't really deal with them. What is your full name? Tamila Mudinova. I might as well say it because a lot of you have already been finding my Facebook and I see people trying to add me. I don't add anyone who I don't know in real life, so I mean, you could try stalk me, but you won't get much out of it. How many boyfriends did you have, and are you embarrassed of any? Sadly, I can't tell you any interesting stories about my past relationships since they don't exist. Would you consider doing art collabs with lesser known artists? I don't care how popular an artist is, as long as I really like their art. And if I like their art and they want to collab with me, I'll like be fangirling, you know? You said you get anxious when talking in videos. Is that because we bully you? No, don't worry about it. You know, because when you're close friends with someone, you know you're close friends when they make fun of you, you know, and you make fun of them back. That's how you know you're close. So no, that doesn't bother me. I'm just generally I just generally you know what I mean. I'm just generally just bad at talking, as you can see now. Do you prefer drawing boys or girls? I love drawing both because both of them have features that I just enjoy to draw. Like girls, I love drawing their long hair and they're more round and soft, but with guys, I like drawing their more angular features and the noses and the hair as well, so I love drawing both. But I do have phases where I draw just guys or just girls. Right now I'm in like drawing just girls phase. Probably return back to just drawing guys again, I don't know. Are you weird or are you just being yourself? What do you mean? Are you planning more merch? Yeah, you guys seem to be buying it, which is a good sign. I'll put the link in the description for merch if you're interested. Promo code being Barry. Get free shipping if you use the promo code Barry. What is your biggest pet peeve? Chewing with your mouth open. Ugh. Why is Barry the most handsome creep I've ever seen? Get out of here, Barry. How do you spell spicy? You guys are never gonna let that go, are you? What was the most embarrassing situation you've had? Oh no, I don't know if I should tell you guys. I used to take karate lessons when I was 7 or 8, and the place I went to, it had a really creepy bathroom. My dad is a big fan of horror movies. He watches them all the time, and once I sneaked out into the living room after my bedtime and I saw him watching Saw. And you know how in the first Saw movie it's all kind of taken place in this bathroom? And so I just sat there. I was hiding out behind the couch watching that movie with him, and that scarred me. That really did, but I couldn't look away. The bathroom in the place I took karate lessons in, it looked really similar. Like, I mean, it had the same tiles. It scared me. And what made it worse is that it was huge, it was dirty, and it was really dark. The worst part about it, I don't know why, the light switch was set on a timer. So to go to the bathroom, you would have to press the light switch and you probably have 5 minutes before it turns off. That bathroom terrified me, especially the light switch. It was my biggest fear that I would be peeing and then the timer would run out and then I'll be stuck in the dark. Yeah. And I would always make sure to go to the bathroom before I went to karate lessons, but this one time I didn't, and I really needed to pee, and I really didn't want to go to the bathroom there, so I just pissed myself, and everyone saw that. Do you ever get intimidated to talk to other artists? Yeah, all the time. What should I name my goldfish? Name him Gilbert. I don't know why that name's so funny to me, but it seems like it would suit a goldfish so well. I love Gilbert. Yeah, okay. I think I'm gonna end it here because it's a lot of questions and there's a lot more questions. I hope you liked this video and you got to know me better, or I've answered the questions that you wanted to know about. Hope you know me a little bit better now. I'll see you soon. Is that what you say? I don't know. Okay, bye.